Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope for Saturday in the octave of Easter. We are still in the first week of Easter, hearing magnificent readings about the life of Jesus as risen Lord and the courage and bold preaching of the early disciples. In today's first reading from the Acts, we hear about Peter and John, who are going around preaching the risen Lord, preaching and preaching and preaching, and the synagogue officials are getting just as upset with them as they were with Jesus, and they want to silence them. And they don't know what to do for sure, but they decide, let us give them a stern warning, never again to speak to anyone in this name. So they called them back and ordered them not to speak or to teach at all in the name of Jesus. They said a little later, it is impossible for us not to speak about what we have seen and heard. They refused to deny Jesus. They refused to deny the good news of Jesus Christ, the good news of the resurrection, everything that Jesus stands for. They refused to deny Jesus. As I thought about how to apply that to us today, I realized that I'm somewhat troubled about this in asking the question of whether or not I ever deny Jesus. And so, what I'd like to share with you today, I'm not sharing with you for you so much, but I want to own it and share it about myself. Are there ways in which I deny Jesus? As I watch this war, this hideous war from Russia to Ukraine, I think, can I only be mad at Vladimir Putin? Or must I question myself? Have I preached enough against war and about the evils of war? Have I preached enough about the evils of weapons of mass destruction? Have I been forceful enough in witnessing to Jesus, who is a Prince of Peace? Have I preached peace enough? Or because of all the political hang-ups that we find ourselves in today, have I also allowed myself to be somewhat compromised in preaching the gospel of peace and preaching the gospel that says no to war? My friends, it's very challenging. We would always say, of course, we're going to stand up for Jesus too. But I have to ask, do I always, and have I always preached what Jesus would preach? I can't just point the finger to Russia. I must ask very serious questions of myself and of us. And for me, that's hopeful. Maybe a new light has turned on in this tired old brain of mine. And I invite you to participate in it if you can identify with it at all. God bless you.